Want to get all your Nintendo Switch news in one place? Well, hit the subscribe button below. Also be sure to hit the like button and hit the bell for all notifications for Nintendo Switch news right here at Gamestork, the best place to be for all news, reviews, and playthroughs delivered to you like a newborn baby. Gamestork, delivering news, reviews, and playthroughs like a newborn baby. What's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday, and today we are looking at some more Nintendo Switch news, starting off with some pretty sad stuff. The first thing is that if you are a Miitomo player, I suppose you would say, there is a Miitomo shutdown coming very soon. This game is officially being closed off on May the 9th, and just in case you're wondering, Nintendo said they feel like that they've accomplished what they set out to do with this game, and also that they had established connections between users and this, and there's no refunds, and this is something that's happening. They're going to let everyone know ahead of time, and I guess they really kind of already are saying that this is May 9th at 12 a.m. Pacific time, US, that this is going to be shut down. So it's one of those things. If you're playing Miitomo, it's sad. Personally, I played for a little while, and it kind of got old to me. And very repetitive, and just I don't feel like I had enough content to keep my attention. But for those of you who do play, don't get discouraged, because there are a lot of other Nintendo, mobile games coming, and supposedly even a Zelda mobile game, which still, I don't know, it's almost befuddling thinking about that. Like the idea of what is this going to be, and what is it going to look like, and how's it going to function, and how do you play, and what are you going to do? But well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. In the meantime, just switch over to Animal Crossing and play that, because it's pretty good, and although it's not as innovative or in-depth as a true Animal Crossing title, it's going to offer you something to get you to the inevitable announcement of Animal Crossing coming out at the end of this year. So, I believe Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 on the Nintendo Switch has sold amazingly well. It has sold over 500,000 copies worldwide, and to celebrate this, they are making the Legend Patrol DLC, which covers the Xenoverse 1 story, free until the 11th of February. So if you don't have Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, this seems like a great time to buy in, to get that Xenoverse 1 story for free, all that DLC, before the 11th of February. This is a great way for them to say thank you. This is a wonderful port of this game. I've really enjoyed it. My son and I play this local wireless. We also play online together and things like that. And it's a very solid port. It's very fun, and I highly recommend it. If you're hoping for more games to be put into development, well, I've got good news for you. Development is at an all-time high. Devs are making 4 times as many games for the Nintendo Switch this year, and we saw this at the Game Developers Conference. The results were shared of its annual poll of 4,000 game industry professionals, and man, what is seen from this is that there are 4 times as many games being made for the Nintendo Switch console compared to last year. Just 3% of developers said they're working on Switch in 2017, and in contrast, in 2018, 12% are making titles for the platform. Simon Carlos, a vice president at UBM Technology, which owns the GDC, said the Switch is one of the banner takeaways. Though the PC is strong, it's relatively rare to see things swing so much. Now, developers are also asked about which platform interested them the most, and 36% responded with Switch. In comparison, 59% for PC, 39% for PS4, 33% for VR headsets, and then 30% for smartphones. So this is something to really show us the swing and interest that people are very interested in the Nintendo Switch. Who wouldn't be? I mean, this thing has broken records. It's rumored already to have outsold the Wii U lifetime sales already, thanks to Christmas. And man, this is awesome. Why wouldn't you get on board with a console that's selling like this, that offers what it offers? that takes real console games on the go. The Nintendo Switch is just an amazing, amazing device that deserves each and every game to be released on it. And as a matter of fact, I believe that especially the third-party, smaller indie teams, their games are going to sell much, much better on the Nintendo Switch. And I think that they can see that, they can count on that, and they can know that this is something that's going to happen for them if they develop for the Switch, and also if they release simultaneously for the Switch, they'll see a huge jump in sales. Alright, so the next thing I want to talk a little bit about is Detective Pikachu. I haven't, for some reason, haven't talked about this on this channel yet, and I just don't know why. I'm super excited about this game. Also excited about the movie, which has already begun shooting as of yesterday with Ryan Reynolds as Detective Pikachu, which is interesting in itself. But this game, it's coming extremely soon, and I'm super excited about this. It's releasing here in the US on March the 23rd of this year. It released in Japan back in 2016 on February the 3rd, and I believe they're about to get the second iteration of this game, and it actually went over very well. It was very successful there. Now, I haven't played that version or anything like that. I have seen gameplay like a lot of others, but I'm very excited about this title. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. The preview looks amazing, and you know, the idea of this movie is interesting. Now, it is funny to note that Ryan Reynolds, who also is Deadpool, will be voicing Detective Pikachu, but that's okay. I guess we'll have to flush the idea of Deadpool, because come on, we can't have Pikachu with the same disposition, but maybe so. Who knows? Depends on, I suppose, how deep this developer wants to take it, or this, you know, people making the movie. But if you don't know what it is, Detective Pikachu is an adventure game developed by Creatures Inc. and is published by the Pokemon Company for the 3DS. So the game's a spin-off of the Pokemon franchise, in which players work with a talking Pikachu to solve mysteries, if you haven't figured that out. So Pikachu actually talks in the game, especially in the previous voice. It's going to be like a lot lower than Ryan Reynolds. It's not Ryan Reynolds in the game, but that's perfectly fine. Either way, this game looks really cool. It's going to be a good reason to pull back out my 3DS, and let's be honest, since I got the Switch, it's been very hard. Aside from maybe Metroid, I haven't had much reason to pull the 3DS back out and play. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon was a good reason, I suppose, but outside of those, that's about it. Now, lastly, here today, there's a really neat looking game, and oh man, it's gonna be cool. Okay, and this game is called Castle of Heart, and it's coming exclusively to the Nintendo Switch. Now, Castle of Heart is a classic action platformer at the genre's best and most challenging, with a plentiful new twist on formula to experience. Players take control of a cursed knight turned to stone by an evil sorcerer's spell, but ready to prove that love and courage can conquer even the darkest magic. The brave hero must travel all the way from the petrified village of Dark Ruler's castle, mastering 20 levels set in 4 distinct environments full of enemies who require different strategies to face them successfully, and sudden gameplay changes which translate to exciting, dynamic action sequences. The selection of progressively more powerful additional weapons, from flaming grenades to powerful magical arsenal, as well as power-ups, will help him in his quest. But remember, the body of stone has its limits. It disintegrates permanently as the knight loses the energy, which he can supply only by defeating his enemies. And if the process reaches the critical level, he may lose one of his arms and the ability to wield additional weapons with it. Castle of Heart offers beautiful and detailed 3D graphics with changing landscape, weather conditions, and rich backgrounds. And the game's aesthetics are, bestiary in equal part inspired by a Slavic mythology, with some locations derived straight from famous mythical locations in Poland and developers' home country, which it sounds really cool to me, in the dark fantasy atmosphere of the best action platformer titles from the golden age of the genre. All this makes Castle of Heart the perfect mix of classic influences and a modern approach, utilizing the spectrum of Switch features, which will enhance both fans of the genre and newcomers. This title looks great. It looks like a modern day, side-scrolling Dark Souls meets Castlevania, meets, just a lot of different ideas here. and I'm really excited about what this game has to offer for the Nintendo Switch, specifically the fact that it is only going to be available on the Nintendo Switch, and it's something that I believe that a lot of people are going to buy into, get excited about, and purchase. These guys are really intelligent by placing this on the Nintendo Switch. This is going to drive up the want for this game. There's a need for good quality side scrollers, especially of this specific type of the Castlevania bloodline, and this is one that's really cool. It looks great. I love the artwork, and I love the environments. I love the main character. I like the idea, and it just looks really neat. I'm very excited about this game, and I can't wait to play. This is something I will keep you updated, and just stay tuned right here for updates on this game. I'm going to reach out to see if I can get a copy to play and have a feature on, because I'm really stoked about this game, and we'll see what we can do. But anyway, that's going to do it for the news updates today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you. Be sure to like and subscribe below if you haven't already. Remember that you are super awesome, and for all your awesome needs, Nintendo needs, you should come right here to Gamestork. This is the best place to be. And if you really want to help me out here at this channel and you like the content, be sure to like these videos. Be sure that you are subscribed. There are a lot of people who may watch who realize, wait a second, I never subscribed to this. But it does help me out tremendously to get up the YouTube algorithm. And this is something to where I can't do it without you, So I would appreciate the likes on the videos. Be sure to comment. Let me know what you feel about any of this. Know that I do read all the comments. I'm sorry if I don't comment back to you. I do try my best to comment when I can. There's just a lot coming in. So anyway, thanks guys, and we'll see you next time.
Gamestork, delivering news, reviews, and playthroughs like a newborn baby.